Is it a book?
Is it a magazine?
Is it an artwork?
Welcome to the world of zine making.
Hi, I'm Lou. I'm an artist who makes zines, and this is my studio.
Zines are a great way to share ideas that mean a lot to you. Plus, you can make them super easily, super fast. Zines aren't just artworks themselves, but they capture culture, including art, music, fashion, and writing. They give us a glimpse into something that someone feels passionately about.
This is an original 60s zine. This one's platforming disabled artists and writers, queer and transgender people, black artists, things to do to manage stress. Oh, that one's about an assistant stills as well.
In 2015, I started Girl Zine Fair, and in 2017, I started the Girl Zine Library, an ever-growing collection of feminist zines. They can be about any topic, and each one has its own clear personality, just like people. In the 1980s, there was a photocopier boom, which made it a lot easier to make zines. This meant that suddenly more people had access to write about what was important to them, print it out for a low cost, and share it with others. So zines are really important because they document these voices that haven't been recognised throughout history, or maybe could have been forgotten about.
So we've had a look at the history of zines. I think it's time we made one.
To join in and follow along, you'll need paper, a ruler, glue, scissors, pens and pencils, and newspaper cuttings or magazines. We're going to make an 8-page zine from one sheet of paper. What we want to do is fold it in half 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now we open it up so it looks like a little window of a house. Then all we do is cut along this line here.
So we're cutting on this folded edge to the middle, and that's because we want to create a hole in the zine. So open it out and you'll see it's got a hole in the middle. What you should do, that you should maybe put your hand through. Nice. Now we're going to fold it long ways.
You're going to push it together, so gather up your pages. We then fold it in half and half again. It doesn't have to be neat at all, most zines aren't. Zines are a shift away from the traditional art world, where most artworks are seen as precious and untouchable. So messy is good. We can touch zines, we can pull them apart, and we can remake them. Now, what's your zine going to be about? I often say, imagine you have 30 seconds to tell the entire world some important information. What do you think that thing might be?
Where I grew up, there were lots of issues with gangs and things, and for people who get into those scenarios, it didn't have much.
Racism. I just wanted to do this because I just will never really understand, and I want to change people's views on it.
Some people really hate themselves, and I think everyone should love themselves for who they are.
Should we start making? Sometimes you pick up a zine by someone and it'll feel like talking to a best friend, or you'll discover what it's like to walk in another person's shoes. These kinds of zines are called perzines, meaning personal zines. We can also cut out from newspapers and magazines and just look for stuff that you resonate with.
So when you're making your zine, it's really important to think about maybe what's your life like right now? Because in 100 years, people will pick up your zine and realize what it was like to be a young person in the 2020s. It's also really important that you share things authentically, or things that are really special to you, because every single person's zine is going to be really different. Even if you're into the same stuff, they'll have your voice and your experiences in your zine.
So my zine is all about the issues that are currently going on with the world. I did some on listening to kids, because adults are often controlling the world and kids have smart ideas as well.
My title was Black Lives Matter. I was just talking about racism. People may not think it's still happening, but it's still around. Why can't we all just be equal and just all love each other? This page was about Marcus Rashford. He's black and he started campaigns for children that were less fortunate.
My zine is about self-love and celebrating yourself.
My zine is supposed to be about me, just about loads of things I like and just what I like to do.
Everyone looks beautiful in their own way, so they shouldn't try to hide what they look like. They should be confident in how they look.
The first page, just about being yourself and doing what you want to do, and don't worrying about what other people think. I feel like it's just fun.
They're like a mini universe, your own world that you create completely from scratch, and you don't have to ask for anyone's permission, you can just do it yourself.
Zine is just basically what comes up in your mind and your creation.
It's super fun and it could just raise awareness.
Making a zine, it could show who you are.
Zines are a good way to express yourself.
This is what the message inside it says.
If you have like a dream you want to accomplish and you just feel like giving up, just know that you're not alone.
Remember, you can easily photocopy your zine to make lots of copies. Sometimes I actually think the best bit of zine making is making copies so you can share your work. These little paper booklets have the power to challenge people, power structures, and hopefully change the world. Pretty radical, eh? And there you have it. Now let's make your own zine.